Hey guys, welcome back to the last portion of my yard tour here in April 2023 in my Zone 9B Tampa Bay, Florida garden. So I'm going to continue doing my front yard garden today, and that will conclude everything for April. So let me turn the camera around and I will show you what's growing now. So starting off in this little tiny pie-shaped bed here at the beginning of my driveway. Everything is looking quite the same. I have my corky stem passion vine is starting to get a little size to it. I did add this native agritum, although I don't know what is going on. I guess it's too dry, but this area gets watered every day, so I'm not sure what's happening. And it gets watered every day because of my irrigation system is set up to water other things, and it just all comes on at once. So it's either that plant doesn't do well here because it did the same thing last time, or I'm not keeping it watered enough. So I'm going to start watering it more and see if that helps. All the goldenrod is starting to get bigger. This green eyes is still blooming. I still take the seeds and I pull them off like this and toss them into the bare spots in this area. But yeah, so everything here is looking pretty. There's the sun setting. It's almost dark, so doing this kind of in a hurry. So wildflowers are still blooming. Blanket flowers are starting to bloom. Much looks the same here. This is still a work in progress. For most of the area, the clover has taken over. The blue-eyed grass is still in there. I have some blanket flower growing up. Oh, look, some clover is even blooming. And then I've seeded some sunshine mimosa seeds in here. So we're just gonna go with it, and like I said, when it gets the rainy season, I will really start making sure this bed gets more established, because it takes a lot of water to get these seeds going. There's not much different in this bed, quite the same, except all of this twin flower has come back and it's starting to bloom. Just look at that. So it's blooming all along here. It's got buds, and then I'm getting, especially here, oh shocker, this got left on again. But if you'll see, these are blooming the most, so pretty much all of them are going to be doing that really soon. You can see I'm starting to get new growth on the St. John's wort. That will bloom. There's a grass in here. I'm trying to get that out. The St. John's wort will bloom yellow flowers later on in the season. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 of those in here. So those kind of will end up like a low ground cover type shrub. In here there's more twin flower over there. So that's about it in this part of the yard. Let's see. So over here on the other side of the bed, everything is still looking really good. The grasses are blooming and going to seed. Oop, I broke it off. This is the dwarf Fakahatchee grass. I have my wild coffee. This one has blooms all over it. So pretty. And then it'll set berries. My Carolina jasmine is growing. I have some caladiums popping up in here. And it's Easter time, so I have some Easter decorations. More grass. This is the dwarf Fakahatchee grass. Porterweed, lyre-leaf sage, goldenrod, more goldenrod, more what am I trying to say? That is a beautyberry bush. There's coneflower in here. All the same. Everything's just still doing really well. In this bed, not much has changed. I cut all the coneflowers back, and there is little basil plants dotted all around here. This whole thing is going to be basil, basically. I'm just trying it out. Basil and coneflowers. So I haven't decided what else I want in here, so for now that's what's going in there. Most recently planted in one of my videos, this is a flatwoods plum tree. So that'll be a nice, probably see it better if I go this way. That'll be a nice fruit-producing native tree for the front yard. Pretty white flowers in the spring. Let's see, over here, like I said, Easter decorations. Move this guy. This is a foodscape pot. This is a pineapple ground cherry with some of that Easter bonnet alyssum and some sunflowers, and I do have some sorghum in the back, which will grow up and be like a, like a statement piece in this pot. Just another muhly grass still coming out of its dormancy. So this bed I have redone. I edged it and reseeded it. I took all the cabbage out, and now it's just left with the carrots, the leeks, which the leeks are doing really well. I can't wait for those. I love leeks on burgers, which is weird, but they're really tasty. So the leeks are doing well. There's garlic and some onions around the edges. And then I planted sunflowers and several types of zinnias in here. This is an oak tree. Let's get rid of that. And then there's also some sorghum coming back in here, which I'll just leave because it'll flower. So, oops, this fell down. Another Easter decoration. So that's it for this flower bed. Back side of it. There's my daughter. Nothing going on with this shrub. It's not flowering anymore, so it's just green, evergreen all year long. So coming up here to the porch area, for one, I made this super cute wreath out of dried flowers, and I think it's really cute and simple and springy. Here's a begonia that for some reason mosquitoes are loving, but I'll figure that out. Over here, this is the most shady part of this area, so I've recently planted all this, so this is probably about a month in now. I have a ground cover of these 3 plants that I had inside. Are not native, but I thought they'd be pretty cool out here. They aren't harming anything. So I don't remember the names of that one. I don't remember what the name of that is right now. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it, so I'll put that on the screen. I have my bird nest fern. I have the native they call it a rubber plant, but it's a native peperomia. I think it's Florida peperomia. This is the native columbine, still blooming. See if it'll focus. It's so pretty, whatever. And then look, this is a random sorghum plant. Then I have the Cooley's water willow. They're getting some size to them. So they're going to start spreading out, which is what I want. My oak leaf hydrangea. So all of those plants are native. I have this Florida rose, they call it. My grandma gave me a cutting of hers, and it's about to bloom in a couple different spots. It makes these cute little round tiny roses. It's real pretty. Oh look, I have a sunflower coming up. Planted some sunflowers kind of to tie in the middle border bed with this one. Another columbine, and then one of these Cooley's water willow was blooming yesterday. This is actually dog fennel, and it bloomed last year and I left it, so we're gonna see. More of the same. I don't know if there's any other blooms. It doesn't seem to bloom during the evening. It like closed up at night yesterday, so probably not. But there's a backed up shot of that area. And then the yarrow is all like a swath of that here with the beautyberry in front in the back. And then these coreopsis. One of them is starting to bloom. This is Coreopsis leavenworthii, and then this is Coreopsis lanceolata. So this one will bloom with a pale yellow center instead of the little brown center like that one. Excuse me. More of the same. There's some more coreopsis that I cut back. There was some downy mildew or powdery mildew, whichever one, growing. So I cut the plant all the way back to the ground because I don't want to, spread that. And then I wanted to make sure I did this while this was in bloom because it's just so pretty. And then that's the Carolina jasmine or Confederate jasmine. Not Carolina. Star jasmine or Confederate jasmine. Over here I have, more sunflowers are popping up. This is a carrot. There's more leeks. Like, look at the size of these leeks. They're getting pretty good size on them. This mustard that's blooming. Got the blanket flower blooming. This coreopsis was blooming and I cut that back, so I hated to lose that. I have some black-eyed Susans popping back up. It smells so good right here. This is some, there's some porterweed down there, some yarrow. This is a cranberry hibiscus. This might be coming back. We will see, but either way, it's beautiful. If it does, if it doesn't, it's fine. It can be a hassle to keep upright, although the blooms are some of my favorite. But I did find a little seedling one and I transplanted it there. So we'll see. Oops, sorry. And then the coral honeysuckle. The coral honeysuckle and the jasmine mixed with that mustard blooming is just, I think it's gorgeous. So, and that's what that's looking like from that side. So things are starting to really fill in. That bed is going to be all zinnias and sunflowers. It's going to be really lush and pretty. So yeah, so that is the conclusion of my April garden tours. I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks, bye.